There is. There's a party going on in here.
What is happening? What is that smell? What is that taste?
I don't know. I don't know if I like it.
I don't like it.
Oh.
This week we bring you Dank versus Dark. This is episode 161 of the Malting Hour.
What's the haps on the hops? Got yeast, that's beast. This the Malting Hour where we talk about our drink and tell you what we think every other week. And if we get drunk, well, we might slur our speech. Got the gift of gab, the friends you wish you had. Join us for a drink, join us for a laugh. Time is never wasted, where you getting wasted. The Malting Hour here, people take your places. People take your places. People take your home.
Welcome to the Malting Hour. I am one of your hosts, Tony Golick, joined always with
Brandon Winninger.
You know what's interesting, Brandon?
What?
Being able to see the sound waves on the computer now, I can control how loud I need to be.
Yeah, we're in a unique situation where some race in the computer is being a little bitch.
And not taking both mics, so we're just doing the one mic like we used to do back in the day.
Yep.
We're sitting very close. I can't watch the TV like I normally do.
We could have just went to the couch.
No, that's not cool. This is better to sit at the bar and do it. It's like we're sitting at the bar together talking.
Oh, yeah.
Think about it that way.
We should have set up a camera over there and like, this is how the podcast should be.
Oh, remember when we were going to do something like that?
Yeah.
R.I.P. that idea.
Memories.
Anyways, how's it going, Brandon?
Good, how are you?
Doing all right, man. When this comes out, it's Easter Monday, so Jesus is back, baby.
Is that a thing?
Oh, wait, he went back.
Do they call it Easter Monday?
I don't know.
Somebody else told me that I was like, oh yeah, we were in school, we got Easter Monday off. I was like, Easter Monday?
Well, I think in Canada, that's the one I don't know.
The people I know in Canada are off tomorrow. I know.
Oh, really?
And then my employee in Costa Rica is off today and tomorrow. So they get Good Thursday and Good Friday off.
Are you off?
No.
Yeah, neither am I.
No.
Easter Monday, yeah.
But luckily,
Easter Monday is a thing.
I've got one meeting tomorrow at 11 a.m. So.
Well, it was very slow today. I didn't do anything, and I'm expecting to do the same. Maybe get out a little early. Easter Monday is the second day of Eastertide, and a public holiday in some countries. In Western Christianity, it marks the second. You know, we're gonna. No, this is not a. Anyway, yeah. So how are things going? Things good?
Good, man. The weather was nice today until it started raining. Mm-hmm. I was looking forward to walking to pick up my kid, but I could not do that because it started raining, and I was like, all right. But I had to go and pick up a big-ass picture of my mom and dad for my mom's memorial service.
Oh, nice.
In a couple weeks, so.
Oh, that's very nice.
Yeah. And then I was grabbing it. I was about to, he's like, be very careful with it. If it hits the ground, it will dent. And I'm like, oh, yeah, it's that, like, squishy foam board that's, like, printed on.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
But I did it at a local printer, so I was proud of myself for doing that.
There you go, man.
Yeah.
My day is less exciting, less interesting.
I mean, I worked all day too, but
yeah.
This was at the end of my day.
I made Polo sausage that I bought from Kenosha.
Hey, you know what?
It was good.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, it was really good.
I don't appreciate the fact that you bring me any fucking Polish sausage.
Hey, I told you I'd bring you some prime rib. Oh no, he took away the jerky, please.
Get a bag over there too.
Yeah, but you said I could take that home. All right, so this week we are going to do something that AI helped me think of because we were going to do something else and that ended up getting changed. Those plans had to change and that's all right. So we decided to do something we're going to call Dank versus Dark.
Ayo.
Yeah, and so what we're going to do is have two interesting IPAs and then I guess two interesting stouts. What are you looking for?
I was looking for the bottle, but you put it over there already.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. You want me to look it up? Because I know what it is.
I think I know what it is, but...
Oh, but I tell you.
Is it Waldo?
Yeah. This is, and I always look forward to this comes out. This is from Lagunitas. It is the Waldo Special Ale from this year. It is a triple IPA, 11.4%.
Ooh.
It is 100 plus IBUs. That's what it says. The original gravity on this beer is 1.107. It says the dankness uses the most sulfurous hops around. It's as close to smoking as you can get while drinking a beer. Citrus, balancing the dank tanking cue from
smoking.
Smoking weed, dude.
Oh.
Taking cue from High Balanced IPA, we layer orange and grapefruit notes via hops, making it way too drinkable for the uber high ABV. And then Ponderous Pine. Oddly specific, yes, but if you know anything about the wondrous Ponderosa Pine, you know it doesn't smell like the generic pine. Once you get up in the tree, you'll notice the sap smells like vanilla. Vanilla pine.
I love vanilla.
I do too. Yeah, so there we go. That is Waldo Special. When was the last time you had one of these, Brandon?
Oh, I don't know. Been a couple years at least.
Ooh. I think I have had this once a year for the last, I don't know, since the pandemic. I had started seeking it out when it came out because I do love this beer. I feel like it's the closest I can kind of get to brown sugar these days because we haven't seen brown sugar in a long time. And I don't know if that's ever coming back, and that makes me sad.
Oh, yeah. That sucks.
They did Sucks for a long time.
Yes.
Lagunita Sucks, which was fine, but it definitely was no brown sugar. And I miss brown sugar a lot. But yeah, I love this beer. I think it's a good way to start off our Dank vs. Dark episode here because it is, as they say, very dank. It comes off very resinous, very piney, very almost weed-like. Brandon's stoned right now. He can't answer.
No, I'm like just thinking through my head because like I've almost finished my pour.
Yeah, I'm getting through it fast too.
Because, yeah. So I just looked up like when the last time I checked it in was in 2019. I don't know if that's necessarily the last time I had it. I'm not great with checking in beers, but when the last time I had it was at Fishman's too.
Interesting.
Yeah. But I do love this beer. Like, it's super hoppy. It's almost syrupy.
Yes. I only checked it in once, and that was in 2014.
What?
I have had this numerous times.
I don't believe you anymore. There's no proof. You have to check in every beer to legitimately know that you had it.
I'm almost positive I've checked in different years. Come on. Okay,
Well,
there we go. 2016.
Yeah, I did.
2019, 2021. I did not check it in 2022. I checked it in 2023. So it looks like 2022 was the last time I didn't,
No, I didn't do that kind of research.
Yeah,
like, checking the different years.
Well, yeah, you just gotta come on, man. That's what this is for. Ooh, they did a Waldo special with pear, with pineapple, with mango. The Waldo Special Ale, aka Waldo's 420, back in the day.
Can I just say
What?
how upset I am still that Lagunitas is no longer in Chicago?
I know, buddy.
It makes me sad.
It's funny. I saw in one craft beer group that I think we're both a part of on Facebook. Someone posted, "Well, Lagunitas is not here. They still somehow managed to get beer here in Chicago." I'm like, Lagunitas beer has been in Chicago forever.
Yeah, it was here before the brewery.
Come on, guy, get it together. But yeah, it was limited amounts. I guess this is a bit more limited than I remember it being. So I'm actually going to but I am going to stop at Benny's tomorrow, see if I can get a 6-pack of this, because this is a beer that actually I think is a really good temperature for it. Because yes, while we're drinking it kind of fast because it's a small amount. Yeah. If I had a full pour like this, I think this would be more of a sipper for it coming to like as an IPA, because I'm not trying to sip IPAs. I'm trying to pound them. I'm trying to pound these IPAs.
Well, yeah.
Especially 11.5%.
Pound the beer.
But it's good. I mean, it's sweet. It's fruity. It's got that dankness, as they say. I love the smell of it. It's just a very, I don't know.
It's a pleasant beer.
Yeah, it's definitely not for everybody, especially with it being a triple IPA. But I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, there's like a stickiness that resides like on your lips and in your mouth, and
glass.
Well, probably, but I enjoy. I can't remember the last time I had it, and I can't believe 2019 would be really the last time that I had it. But
I doubt it was. It's probably the last time you checked it in.
Yeah, but I do enjoy this.
You know, sorry, go ahead.
No,
it would kind of remind I'd like to have Hop Slam next to this because I feel like there's similarities between these.
There's definitely similarities.
And it's fun. I'm glad Hop Slam is available more often than it used to be. Like, instead of just being the one special release, I think they release it like a couple times a year now. which is kind of cool. Pretty excited.
And I
about them.
still haven't had a hop slam in like 2 years, something like that.
I think it's longer than that.
Probably.
Because I think I remember telling you, oh, hey, I got hop slam. You're like, oh, yeah, I haven't had that in a year. Hey, I got hop slam. Oh, yeah, I haven't had that in a couple of years.
I know it was during the pandemic that I bought it, and they were doing like a hop slam thing online where you can learn about it.
Yeah, it was like a...
And I got online with them, and I was like sitting there drinking hop slam, and they were talking about it. I was like, this is great. And that may have been the last time.
Things like that are what makes me miss parts of the pandemic. I don't miss the pandemic, but things like that were going on, it's like, hey, this is the one thing you're going to do. Like, here's stuff online where people were interacting that way. I remember Afro Beer Chick had something going on, and there was like 9 or 10 people on, and I happened to hop on at the same time. And like, I guess she was hosting it.
Oh, yeah.
Were you on for a little bit? Or did you?
I think so, but I remember her doing that a couple of times.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. We tried doing live stuff. That didn't really work.
Yeah.
Who's going to listen anyways, right?
Yeah.
You, the listeners, that's who. Thanks for chiming in on that, everybody. Overall, I think this beer is fantastic. The pininess, the dankness, and then you get those citrus notes, all of those, and the sweetness, like all of it really makes it a really enjoyable experience. Like I said, there are people who aren't going to like this because it's a triple IPA. If you don't like IPAs, you're not going to like this, but,
Yeah, but for what it is, very well done.
Would you say it's zesty, Brandon?
Yes.
I would too. That's funny that that's on that packaging there. That's not from the Waldo. Brandon, how many nugs of weed are you going to give this one?
I'm going high, man.
Going high. I know what you're talking about.
Like 4.7.
Yeah. I'm going to go 4.20, dude. No, I'm going to go 4.5. 4.5 on this. Yeah, it's really good. I like this. Like I said, I'm going to try and grab some more. If I see some, I'll bring you that and the Doppelbox.
Nice. So, with this episode, we said it's Dank versus Dark. So, the next beer we're going to go into is going to be a dark beer.
Yes. It's not really a versus, but...
Yeah.
I mean, we could make it a versus.
Yeah. So, Tony will
I'm going to talk
a minute.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about stuff. Yeah, and what I'll talk about is that we did the Meals on Wheels last week. Anybody who made it out to Meals on Wheels Chicago on tap, thank you very much. It was sold out. It was a lot of fun. The layout, as we had discussed, with it being extra space, was super, super cool. I think it was super, super helpful that that's the way it turned out. The food was awesome. One of my favorite things that I had there was a spicy pork belly taco. That was one of my favorite things for sure. I'm trying to remember some of the beers that I really liked. It was Go Brewing had no wait, I didn't try anything from Go Brewing. I'm sorry. I had something from Pilot Project, their NA beer, which was really, really good. Their NA Pilsner. Like I said, you and I have talked about this numerous times that NA beers are getting better and better and better, and I think that having that was just another was proof. Hey, I recognize that can is proof that that's what's we're going in the right direction with NA beers. But yeah, overall it was great. Looking forward to doing it again next year, and thank you. Everybody for coming out, and for Corey for making us a part of it yet again. Thank you. Oh, welcome back, Brandon.
Oh, thanks. Long journey.
So the next beer that we have up is, I bought this, I think, when we talked to Corey. I brought it that day.
No, it was well before that.
Oh, all right.
Well, this is sitting there for a while, and I've avoided it.
Oh, wow. It was canned last July.
Yeah.
Or is that the Best Buy? Doesn't matter. That was the Best Buy. I don't know if this was canned or when it's Best Buy, but this is Pipeworks Double Fudge Barrel Age Abduction. When was the last time you had an Abduction?
Been quite a while.
Yeah. This is an imperial stout aged in bourbon barrels with cocoa. And as you know, there's going to be no more information probably than that. Or other than that, I should say. It is 12.5% ABV. Oh, and look who did the label art. BJ. How nice. Our old friend BJ Olson. Never been on the show, but we actually know him. So we can say that. It's a little bit more feedback.
We know Garrett too, but he doesn't come on.
Yeah, Garrett, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, and the description is
perfect.
Yeah.
They're like, why do we need... Ooh, man. Like, why do we need to add any more? And thank you for letting me use this 2020 Prop Day glass.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I was going through when I was unpacking at my place in March. Yeah, you can smell it. Did you smell it or did you take a sip?
No, I smelt it.
That means you dealt it. That means you dealt it. If you smelt it, you dealt it.
Indeed.
Anyways, I thought we did every single year of Prop Day since 2020 or 2019 or something, whenever Prop Day started. But there's one year where I didn't have a glass, and I thought, oh no, someone stole my glass or someone broke my glass. And it turns out it was the year that you and I didn't do a Prop Day, which is 2023.
Is that a thing? We didn't do a Prop Day?
Yeah, we didn't. I think that was the year that we got...
No, we did 2023 because...
There's one year we didn't.
That was the first year we got invited, and then we got invited again.
But I think we didn't get the glasses. The glass, I should say.
Well, we got the pack.
No, there's one year that we didn't get the glass, though. It was the year they sent us. Remember when they sent us the...
Oh, yes.
That was the year. That was 2022.
Yeah,
2022. And I was confused on, like, I thought I had... That's right, because it's 2025. Yeah, 2022 is when we didn't have it. Anyways, I do love these little glasses. Let's get into this beer.
A little cold. It's my own fault.
I'm okay with that.
But that is...
Ooh.
That's tasty.
That's really good. Speaking of Bourbon County. Honestly, like, not necessarily Bourbon County, but taking a sip from this, I don't know if I've had a couple random barrel-aged beers recently, some better than others, but I feel like they haven't been what I've been craving when wanting a barrel-aged beer.
Yeah.
Can you hear that, everybody? It's me tapping the glass.
Yeah.
This particular beer, this is transporting me to, like, winter, like November, Fobab, that time of the year. Like, I am like, oh, finally I can have, it's been a whole hot summer, and now I can start drinking. Yeah, like I said, I don't drink barrel-aged beers during the summer, but like it's more welcoming and inviting. Like this is exactly what I want from a barrel-aged stout, like a bourbon barrel-aged stout. This is really, 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 really good. I really like this.
I was like, I want to say something, but I want to take another sip.
Take another sip first. And the date on there being 7/19/24.
I mean, we've learned with barrel-aged stouts
yeah.
that the date means not much of anything, but like it's in a can too. So
yeah, which is even more like it's very interesting to me because I feel like I'm getting chocolate. Like I'm getting a lot of chocolate.
Indeed.
And it says, it's called the Double Fudge Barrel Age Abduction.
That's coming through.
Yeah, like I want to know what it was like. Super fresh. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when was the last time someone checked it in? Looks like. Right there, global, which probably was recently because I know that people hold on to stuff.
April 14th?
Yeah. 2 days ago.
Yeah. 3 days
3 days ago, yeah. So, but yeah, this is fantastic. Like I said, this is what I love about barrel-aged beers. You get that, it's like almost viscous for how thick it looks. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It coats the glass nicely, gives that nice little brownish, reddish film down the sides. There was no head on it. Nice carbonation. It looks a little oily. It's just, man. It's not too sweet, but there's a mild sweetness to it from the beer itself. I have to assume there's probably no lactose in there because I'm not really getting that super sweetness from it. Barrel comes through nicely. More bourbon than barrel, I would say. But yeah, this is why Chicago remains an awesome barrel-aged town.
Yeah, everything you said I agree with. And that sweetness, I feel like, is tempered by the barrel. It's tempered by the bourbon, and then like the chocolate that you're getting is like a deep dark chocolate.
Yes,
you know, so like it's double fudge. And I don't know what double fudge means, but
dude, it's double the fudge. I don't know what to tell you.
Like, this is extremely well done.
Yeah,
like I was the other day. I was like, what's going on with Pipeworks? Like, what are they doing?
Well, because
I remember like when Pipeworks was like the thing, and like people from out of town that I knew were messaging me like, hey, can you get me Pipeworks beers? And I'm like, no. And they're like, why?
Tough.
And I was like, because it's hard. Like they release stuff and it flies off the shelf, and I don't think it's like that anymore, which I don't want to say that's a good thing. It's also not a bad thing.
Right.
But like they're I think they're producing enough to like meet the masses, but like they're, I don't see the hype that was there. What are you doing?
I'm going back in time, baby. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about what I'm doing. You focus on what you're talking about.
But yeah, but like I said, like most of the like I don't think there's been a Pipeworks beer that I've never really like disliked.
Yeah. I remember the first time I had End of Days, and that was the first time I had like a spicy beer, and I didn't like it at first because that was like anywhere between 2010 to 2016 is when I had it.
Well, and when I was prepping for this episode, the goal was like, hey, pull stuff out of the cellar and like see what you got. And I literally went and looked. I was looking at the Pipeworks stuff, and I was like, I have bombers.
Yeah,
Pipeworks. I'm like, that's a little much. I mean, they would be great to have, but I was thinking like, just drinkability, and for us both drinking them, because we don't have a guest.
Yeah. Real quick, the first check-in on Untapped is from October 25th, 2024.
Okay.
So, or 2025. Yes, don't shut up, Tony. October 25th, 2024. I'm wondering if that's a canned on date. I don't know.
Probably.
That would make more sense because if that's the first check-in. But anyway, sorry, I was trying to get to that. To your point about Pipeworks stuff, they had some stuff going on behind the scenes. Were they trying to open up stuff and open up
they had
tap room?
They had a tap room that was going to happen. That didn't happen.
Unfortunately. Hopefully one day.
Yeah, hopefully one day. Like, because that would have been awesome. I would love to go and like have all their stuff. I do know that they did reopen. They call it their dojo. So if you go to their location, you can actually go inside now and purchase merchandise and pick up beers and stuff like that. So it's like an open location now. It's not just pickup only. But yeah, I mean,
they've. I feel like I don't know who did it first, but I'll say it like this only because of who I recognize is they've adapted almost like the Hot Butcher method, where I see. Not every week, but maybe almost every other week or every 2 weeks or something like that, I see new beers from Pipeworks at Beer on the Wall. Okay. And Hot Butcher puts out 1 to 2, maybe even 3 beers a week, and then they move on to the next one, and then they move on to the next one. So beers aren't sitting around. Now, I still see Lizard King. Like, there's still regular run-of-the-mill... not run of the mill. That's like almost flagship or regular beers that you would see for them, like Ninja vs. Unicorn, Lizard King, and I believe there's something else that I see regularly. But Ninja vs. Unicorn and Lizard King are the 2 beers that I see at stores regularly, and they're fresh because I've purchased them and I've gotten, this like Lizard King is one of my favorite. That's. I'm not mistaken. Is that Citra Mosaic or is it just a Mosaic? I don't remember, but I think it's a Mosaic Pale Ale. It could be a Citra and Mosaic Pale Ale. Either way, Lizard King is really good because it's a nice fruity Pale Ale, and Ninja vs. Unicorn's just an awesome IPA.
Agreed.
So I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but everything that I've tried, because when I would say in any given month, I would get 1 to 2 Pipeworks beers.
Yeah.
Regularly from Beer on the Wall because I stop in there and they're towards the front where I work my way down of all the beers that are available. And I always kind of check and see what they have. And they're always doing very interesting things. Like there's a lot of cryo stuff I've seen. There's still sticking with like the unicorn and ninja stuff. And they have a lot of crazy beers too that just sound interesting. Either, hit or miss for me whether or not I want to try them. But the barrel aged stuff is fun too because they seem to be releasing just single cans, and if I'm not mistaken, I think for the most part these single cans have been like $10.99 to $12.99 a can, and they're 16-ounce cans. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the whole like the way things are sold. If I see a 16-ounce barrel aged beer for under $15, sign me up. I'm gonna try it. Because I kind of treat it as like, oh, that's a special treat. That's a 16-ounce can. I'm going to, this is 12.5%. Like, I'm going to sit here and enjoy this. I'm going to crack this open, on a Friday night at 7 o'clock and, finish it by 9. That's what I say. But, like, it's kind of a drink like that. It's like making a cocktail. So I enjoy paying I enjoy paying, but I don't mind paying that amount for or that price point for that amount of beer.
Yeah, and I do know they do a collaboration with Fry the Coop.
Really?
Yep, it's called Chicken vs. Unicorn.
What?
Yep.
Why am I just finding about this now?
And I don't know if that is sold in stores, but I think it might be like at their locations only. The location here in Portage Park does not sell beer, but yeah, Chicken vs. Unicorn is a thing because I know like they've posted it on. Fry the Coop has posted it on their social media about like, oh, come get this beer. And the last time they posted it, the guy was walking down the street in Portage Park in front of that location, and I was like, why are you posting it here? Can I get the beer there? He's like, no, I can't. No, you can't. We don't have a liquor license. And I was like, all right, then let me come pick up that 4-pack that you got sitting there probably right now.
So the one that no, that's not the one. They have it in their picture there.
Yep.
I work out in Wheeling. I think Prospect Heights would be the one that is by me. Because I looked up Fry the Coop beer. And come on, show me the map. Yeah, Prospect Heights. Okay, show me the Prospect Heights. So I'm going to see if they sell alcohol there. They have beer. So, maybe I'll have to, probably can't take it to go.
No, I think you can. They
Really?
said come and pick up a 4-pack and take it home with you. Like,
All right. If that's the case, Brandon, I'm going to stop there. Maybe I'm not going to maybe I'm not going to grab the Lagunitas, and I'll grab, so I don't see it on there. I'll have to stop in there. I'll have to stop in there and see, because they do have pictures of beer, and all the extras are just random shit. They don't have a section for beer. So I'll check it out. If that's the case, I'll grab some, and we'll have to have it on an episode.
yeah.
Because that sounds awesome. Yeah, see, look. They have it in the picture here.
Yeah.
Oh, they got Blood vs. Unicorn. They have all... Oh, they have 1, 2, 3... When is this picture from? 2 years ago. 1, 2, 3, 4 Pipeworks beer, Old Style and Pabst. And they have Gumball... They had Gumball Head on Draft and something else. Okay, that's cool. Yeah. You want to know a secret, Brandon? I've never had Fry the Coop.
Ah! It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty damn good.
Which is crazy because it's here in the neighborhood, so I probably should go.
Yeah, we've gone there a couple times, and I've ordered it for lunch a few times. It's fucking tasty. So.
It's spicy, right?
No, I mean depending on the level, and I've even gotten the hot, and the hot was like manageable for me.
Okay.
And I've also gotten the level above hot, and that was like that was hot.
Yeah, I've heard their hot is like the real hot is real hot.
But I've also gotten the real hot, and that was like woo. It took me a while to get through it, but I did. It was, yeah.
Yeah, I think I want to start with just like the regular old not hot, and then work my way through.
No.
Okay.
No, at least go to like the medium.
Don't tell me what to do with my life, dude.
That's like my job.
Oh yeah, that's right.
No, like you can tolerate no heat, but I would say start with the medium and then work your way up.
Start with the medium and work my way down.
Yeah, sure. The medium was okay. Let me go lower.
I gotta go lower than that.
This one sucks.
To quote the Christmas Story, how many double fudge are you giving this beer?
I'm gonna go solid. I think I'm gonna go 4. Yeah.
4, huh?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go up to 4.4 on this.
Okay.
I really like it. I like the way. It's funny because I didn't really care about how I can drink a cold barrel aged beer and it doesn't bother me that much. But obviously, we try and get it to open up a little bit more. I was just talking about this recently about like how different temperatures will change.
Yeah.
There's someone who doesn't really drink that much beer or beers like this. How temperatures change flavors. And I wish this was a little warmer because I feel like I'd get a lot more of the chocolate. So I might try and see if this is still sitting around. I think it still might be a beer on the wall. I guess I'm making a lot of stops tomorrow before I celebrate Good Friday. Yeah, I like the way that the chocolate is represented in this beer. As I've just warmed it up now in my hands, because there's not a whole lot left in this glass, like the chocolate stands out a little bit more in the back, and that sweetness really helps it. It's not like a cacao nib type chocolate. Now it's like cocoa. It's got a sweet type of chocolate to it. So I really like this. 4.5. Thank you, Pipeworks. Keep on making those delicious barrel aged beers. Abductions. It's great can artwork too.
Yeah.
Good job, BJ.
And with that, we will take a quick break and be back with our next.
Yeah, quick break. I gotta finish the rest of this fucking barrel aged stout that's in my glass. Enjoy the ad.
Imagine the kitchen of your dreams. It's a call away at the Creative Kitchen Company. We specialize in designing stunning kitchens that are not only functional, but perfect for hosting.
We completely transform your kitchen to fit how you live and entertain.
From beautiful kitchen islands to clever storage solutions, they make every meal and gathering a special experience. Let them bring your vision to life.
The Creative Kitchen Company. Visit thecreativekitchenco.com or call us at 614-971-3448 for a free in-home consultation.
And we're back.
Welcome back, everybody, to Dank versus Dark. We are now in the second bracket of Dank versus Dark. The next beer up here is from Energy City, and I think it's the first Energy City beer that we're having that's not a cobbler or pie of some sort.
Yeah.
So that's exciting. This is Hot Buoy Hazy Triple IPA because I'm crazy and I got 2 triple IPAs. This is a Hazy Triple IPA brewed with Simcoe and Citra hops. All right. Ooh. This is our Hop Series beer that features hops with juicy characteristics that cast a glowing haze. It's 9.5% ABV. And I should have walked. Good thing I had all that kielbasa before I came over.
The lowest ABV beer we've had, I think.
It is. Ooh, that is an interesting aroma.
Yeah.
I have concerns.
I'm questioning what I'm tasting.
What is going on?
Yep.
Okay, my concern was different because I thought for sure this was going to be. This is Best Buy the day before my birthday next year. Interesting. Oh, this is Energy City Brews at Church Street, huh? Didn't know that. So this is a hazy IPA with Simcoe and Citra. And Simcoe and Citra are very familiar hops. There's
a party going on in here.
What is happening? What is that smell? What is that taste?
I don't know. I don't know if I like it.
I don't like it.
Oh.
Sorry, Energy City. It is like a weird chemical plant.
It starts off as like citrus and then literally goes into
weird
everything.
I wish Matthew was here to help tell us what this is. I can't even put my finger on it. It is like Jesus.
Well, it's definitely not like Jesus.
No, it's not like Jesus. Sorry, he's back in heaven now. My fear was that I was gonna get like this major like hop burn from that aroma.
No,
but I don't get that. In fact, it's very smooth, except for that weird. Hold on.
It tastes like a sunshine that burns your face. Like I'm almost getting like suntan lotion, like.
Without the coconut.
Yeah.
Oof. Oh, boy.
I don't know if I can finish this.
I can't. I'm sorry, Energy City. I don't know what is going on with this. But, what the hell?
I have triumphantly put my glass to the back.
Oof.
This is...
I'm pretty good at finishing beers that I don't necessarily like. I need to look... Okay, we got to look this up real quick on...
Untapped.
What is I almost want to buy another one just so we can have other people try this. Okay, Hot Buoy. What are people saying? Grassy seems like a fair note. Definitely some tropical flavors behind some of this. Some of the harsher hops have potential, but this triple IPA isn't quite there. Pineapple starts, turn tart finish. Ugh, I don't know about that. Let's see other people. There's a taste I can't figure out.
Yeah, that's the camp we're in.
Pronounce it like...
A taste you can't figure out. What is it? Tell us what it is.
Oof. Yeah. Oh, man, that's so sad. Great variation for EBC. Oils love to see me forays into... Okay, that was drunk. Unique. Can't decide if I like it or not. Interesting citrus flavor. Yes, it's definitely... Because like right now, in my mouth, that weird taste is gone, but I have like this, like, I just had orange juice.
Yeah.
Or a citrus drink. Like, I can't put my finger on this, but there is something about this that is not pleasant for me. And unfortunately, I'm just not going to rate it. If I had to rate it, because I'm going to be real mean, if I had to rate it on a hazy, I would put this at like a... I am going to rate it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
She said, hey, I'm going to rate this. If I had to rate this, which I'm going to do, there's things about it, like it looks like a good hazy beer.
Agreed.
Like I said, the aftertaste in my mouth is very good, but the aroma and that weird odd flavor is, this is like a 2 for me.
Dude, 2 is exactly what I was thinking.
Because we both had like 3 or 4 big gulps of this. And you know what? I'm not mad because it's another high ABV beer, which is the lowest of our high ABV beers. But, that's a bummer. Sorry, Energy City. This one's not it. At least for us. I did not enjoy it. That's how many buoys I'm giving it to. There's a foghorn. Woo. All right, you're going to grab one more, and I'm going to go ahead and just... Oh, God. See, I just burped, and I can taste it. You're right. It's like a weird suntan lotion. Even like if something was wrong with the coconut and the suntan lotion, that's what this is like, got me feeling. And I don't know what this is. Oof. Bummer. Well, I will say this. We were going to have our old friend Ray Stout on, but he could not make it this week. And hopefully we're going to have him on next week to talk about this year's Beer Under Glass. And one of the big things that we're going to talk about with Ray is that it has moved to a new location this year. And obviously we're a little late on this, but what can we do? We're not always, hip to how quick things are going, which I'm surprised we didn't think about it sooner because of how close we are to when Chicago Craft Beer Week? Yep. Illinois Craft Beer Week. Illinois Craft Beer Week, thank you. Illinois Craft Beer Week is coming up. But Ray should be here next week, and we're going to talk about Beer Under Glass, and we're looking forward to that because that is always the sign of summer starting for us here in Chicago, at least for us beer drinkers. Brandon, what are we drinking next?
We are drinking...
Wait, real quick. Just so you know, I think that's the fastest we've ever gone through a beer. I thought for sure we were going to reach an hour on this episode. I don't think that's happening.
No.
Bummer.
So this is Mikkeller's Imperial Stout.
Oh.
George.
Okay. That's it? That's all the information it's got on the bottle, huh?
Yep.
All right. Well, it poured very dark. It's just an Imperial Stout, right? It's not like barrel aged or anything.
I'm looking it up. Let's see.
It didn't have much head on it. I'm swirling around in my glass. A little bit of head comes up, and it's that very dark head. Oy, oy, oy. I like that. How old is this beer, do you know?
Let's see.
Is this something... Because that bottle does not look familiar to me at all. Did you pull that from your cellar, or was it just sitting in there?
It was in the cellar.
Okay.
I pulled it, and I chilled it for about an hour and a half before we started talking. This may have been gifted to me in that giveaway group that I had that gave me beers, but yeah.
This is interesting. Very interesting.
I can't find notes on it either.
Brewed in Illinois, imported by Sheldon Brothers. Okay, all right. Keith Shore did the artwork. Very cool. It's
okay. So
he found it.
It says an oatmeal stout brewed with coffee and vanilla.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
What are you getting on this?
I'm getting that kind of green coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's an older beer.
Yeah.
But
not in the worst way.
Right. I was just going to say that. Also, I switched mine around a bit. Do you have a lot of carbonation in yours? Or a decent amount of carbonation in yours?
I poured yours first, so. No.
Yeah. I'm lacking carbonation in this, but there is like I think the vanilla is all gone. I think this is a very old bottle.
Yeah.
This is because the picture that you've pulled up, it looks like a newer version and maybe even no, it's not a bomber, but it's definitely a different artwork. What is it called? George?
George.
All right, let's see.
Jorge.
Mikkeller, George. I'm going to see, not George Miller. Don't try and correct me, Google. All right, let's see. Mikkeller, George, images. Let's see. Here's this one. That is the label. And this is from Beer and Brewing. Doesn't tell me when this was posted, though. It's kind of hoping that's what I was going to say. Yeah, trying to find... I'm seeing a lot of older or different versions of this label. There's a George versus Brian. Interesting. All right, what about this? When did this... for ratings... 4 years ago. Someone checked in this beer 4 years ago, at least. So there's a really old George bottle right there.
Everything that I look up, like the ABV varies, and this one is...
Well, it's funny because this one says tasted in a remote tasting. Oatmeal, dark bread syrup, red berry sour tannins, nice bourbon BA kick to finish when colder. More sour tannins when warmer. Clearly past its prime. Oh, he had a barrel-aged version of it. That's why. We do not. We just have the Imperial Stout version of it. Interesting. So, people are saying that the barrel-aged version was past its prime. That's fine. That's what happens when we try some older beers here. All I'm finding are the barrel-aged versions of this. I'm not seeing anybody checking in or posting about this particular version. Although there is one here, but it's in a different language, and it's from 2015. Let's translate this. When to trust rate beer. I usually completely ignore the ratings available at rate beer unless I need to learn something about beer classics. Interesting. So this is saying, oh man, I just burped that flavor of that Energy City. Gosh. Oh, I'm sorry, Energy City. That is not good. Oh. Anyways, this could be from about 2015. So this could be almost 10 years old. Which, I will say this. If this is 10 years old, which is a good possibility, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's a good, I'm getting this rich, dark cocoa. A dark, without the sweetness.
And if it's not a barrel-aged stout,
I shouldn't say rich, but sorry, a deep, dark cocoa flavor from this. Yeah. Look at the bottom, there's some sediment on there too. If you look inside the bottle.
Oh, yeah.
So I think 10 years sounds... Sorry, everybody. Blow my nose. And this is what? 12.12%.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you know what? I got to say that for how old I believe this beer is based on when I looked on the internet, that's pretty damn good. Yeah. Carbonation has fallen off. That's why I asked if you pulled it from the cellar, because that aroma on it has that little bit of oxidation.
Yep.
Not Agreed. Terrible though. It's not, and I was afraid also of that tinniness that I get sometimes from stouts, and I don't get that at all.
Yeah, and again, I'm not entirely sure where I got this. I think it might be from that giveaway group that gave me a bunch of beer, and then it literally just went straight into the area I store beers.
Into the cellar.
Yeah, cellar.
I mean, it's a cellar, dude. It stays pretty cool.
It stays usually around 65 degrees.
65, dude.
All year. But anyway, yeah, I don't know what I expected, but I guess this is on par, and especially if it's a 10-year-old beer, I'm with it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say for an old beer.
Yeah,
I think this would be one of the beers that it would have been another beer that would have been good for Matthew to try with us, because I think he would have appreciated how well this beer kind of stands up to it possibly being 10 years, which I do. Actually, I believe that's a 10-year-old beer. I mean, it's got some of those characteristics that come from a beer that has been aged for a long time that probably didn't have to be aged for that long.
Yeah.
Vanilla fell off. Coffee, a little green, but not not super green peppery. In fact, I feel like that has gone away. Like I don't have a whole lot of that. But overall, it's pretty darn good.
Yeah. So, how many Georges would you rate this?
It's funny. I was gonna do the same thing to you. For this being what I think it is, being a 10-year-old beer, and how well it stood up, I'm gonna say like a 3.8 or a 3.7. 3.7 on this.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. Like 3.75, I feel like is an appropriate number for this.
I feel like this would have been in the low 4s had it been fresh, like a 4.2 or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it'd be nice how the vanilla would have complemented the bitterness of this stout.
Yeah, it's not dated, so we can't tell, but I feel like, for what it is, it's a pretty good beer.
Gotta be honest, I'm really disappointed that we got ripped off here. Not ripped off, but shortchanged on having the Dank versus the dark.
We just had one that just like literally went down right at the beginning.
Well, it's funny because it's like the second Dank wasn't great. The second dark, it's okay. It's an age. We started off super strong, and here we were in the end here. And sometimes that's how,
Such is life.
Such is life, and such is the podcast. But I would say Dank vs. Dark, Volume 1, pretty good. Yeah. I look forward to doing something like this again.
We should.
Especially like, on a nice summer evening, maybe.
I'm with you. I'm there.
Yeah, I think we can do something like this again.
Yeah.
If we do Dank vs. Dark, what's another one we can do? Sour versus we'll think of something. Lager versus
not lager.
Yeah, Dank vs. Dark. I'll have to ask Chat GPT of another thing. Overall, though, this was very fun. I'm glad we got to do this, and I got to have Waldo this year, and the Pipeworks beer was fantastic. I don't think we need to rate them. As far as like our favorites in order, I think that
no, we're good.
The first two that we had, those are the top two, and obviously George is 3, and then Energy City.
Here we go, rating them.
So sorry, Energy City, but that was not a good beer, and I want to know what that taste is. I need someone to reach out and let me know what that's all about.
Yeah, I don't know if we got a bad can or whatever, but.
I mean, this is...
If somebody can bring us a better example, I would love to try it. Love to try it.
This is supposed... I mean, is this supposed to mellow out? Am I supposed to have a can of this that mellows out? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Keep cold, serve fresh. I mean, this is probably as fresh as it's going to get. It was one of the newer additions there at Beer on the Wall. But that's it. That's Hot Buoy, and that's it. That's what we're going to deal with.
Such is life, all right, as they say.
Well, Brandon, I love you, man.
Love you too, man.
And we'll see everybody next week.
Bye.
This has been The Malting Hour. Be sure to follow us on all social media by searching The Malting Hour and at themaltinghour.com. You can also follow us individually on social media. Brandon can be found on Instagram as BMDub81, on Twitter, BDub81, and on Untapped as BDubDrinksBeer. Tony can be found on Instagram and Untapped under Ace of Help Chicago, on Twitter, The Ace of Help Chicago. Clark can be found as Clarkowski on all 3. Dan can be found on Instagram as hip__hops and hip hops on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe, like, and rate the show on your preferred podcast listening platform. Until next time, cheers from all of us at The Malting Hour.
We've been dreaming about a perfect kitchen, but where do we even start?
The Creative Kitchen Company. We're your complete design build company for custom kitchens and bathrooms. From initial planning to installation, we'll help you realize your vision.
And no surprise fees or endless upselling?
Never. We provide realistic upfront costs and clear communication through our mobile app so you can track every detail. Don't just settle for any kitchen or bathroom. Call us today at 614-971-3448 for a free in-home consultation or visit thecreativekitchenco.com.